In this video, we're going to show you how to use the highlight processing system in TurboStats. Let's bring up TurboStats Quick Score and want to go to the schedule here and pick a game. I have a game already set up in the training site. Let's select this game that's already been played. It will download the box score and the play-by-play and everything about that game. Click on the gear icon here. If the game already has a stream attached, you're fine. Otherwise, get your YouTube video path and paste it in there. And then what you want to do is click on this download button right here, and that'll download this MP4 file to your local computer. Might take about 10 minutes, so you just have to wait until it's finished. If you want to watch the video, you can click on this link here. It'll take you to a browser to watch it. Now, to start the highlight breakdown system or the game breakdown from video system, click on the logo here for the camera, and that'll open up the video player, okay, with the game already loaded. So you can control the game over here. You can go how many minutes you want to go in, hit enter, okay, and you could use your keyboard. The F key will fast forward, the A key will go backwards, the space bar pauses and starts the video. And if you want to pick an event that's already been scored, you can scroll down into here and pick an event, okay, and that'll bring up that event right from that spot in the game. If you need to continue scoring, like, you can click on this button here. That'll take you right to the last event of the game, and you can score from that point. So to score, you watch the event, and then when it happens, you would click on, the player number. If you want to have shot charts on, what you have to do is turn that back feature on over here. Make sure you have shot charts turned on, and then when you go into the video scoring part and pick, it will show you the shot chart, and you can put that in there. So the video pauses and then starts up again when you're scoring, but you could also use the space bar and the back key if you want to see things that you might have missed. Okay, click on the number, it'll clear it. Now, important thing to do if you're going to be making highlights is to set a particular play as a highlight. So what you do with that is you could just click on it. Okay, so I could just click here, see 3-point made, and if I just click on this little highlight, thumbs up here, it'll set that event as a highlight. You'll see an asterisk here, okay, and so that event will show up as a highlight. When you're going to process it, you might want to process just the highlights. Okay, there's also some features here. Now, let me pop up the highlight processing system. This is a separate product, and you have to have a license for this for your season. So click on that here, and there are some settings in here which you might want to tweak. So this is the size of the clip. Okay, you could have like the leading seconds. You could say, well, it's going to be 2 seconds before the tags start making the clip, and after the clip add another 3 seconds, just to make sure you don't lose any part of the clip. Okay, and you could also set up to automatically create clips when you are tagging the games. If you have this feature set, every time you tag a highlight, it'll make the clip in the background for you, so you don't have to wait for that clip to be processed later. Okay, and the length, it basically is going to take this 7 seconds here and use that if you have a 0 here. So we'll just use what you have stored. Okay, so there's other settings here on what folders it puts them in. I would use the defaults. It works really well. And so what you do here is, in this mode here, you could add clips that are on your stored computer here. If you click on clips, you can go to your drive and pick clips. You might want to go into your event that you have, which event you're in, and then if you go into teams and go into specific team, you'll see all the players, and then pick on the players folder and you see all their clips, and you could add one of these clips and be able to make a highlight reel right here. If you click on the clip, it will play here. Okay, so to add new clips here, the best way to do that is go into let's see here, profile. Okay, this is if you were making a player profile clip, and you could pick the player's photo and add a player photo if you wanted to here. So that's one way to do it. But if you go into here, you could say, you go into filter, and you go into create clips here. And so you want to pick the event. You say, I want to see all the highlights. Okay, don't mind that error code. That's just for my system. But if you want to pick all the players and you want to see the highlights of the whole game, you pick the all players for both teams and then click create clips, and it'll go through, and every clip you tagged as a highlight, it'll process here for you. If I want to pick just one player on a specific team, okay, I have to clear this out again, so let me see if I could go back into filter, if it'll clear it. Now let me just pick one player here on one team. If I want to see right there, there it goes. See, it says select player. That's good. So that's just going to make clips for this one player. So I just hit create clip. Now if I've made this clip already, it'll ask me if I want to overwrite it. So it will overwrite clips that if you made them already, because it's going to name them based on the event number, the player's name, what period it was in, and what type of clip it is. So if you're making clips during the year and you want to make a highlight for that player, you go into that player's folder and you have all the clips you made for that player throughout the year, and then you could make a highlight video. You don't have to use our tool. You could use another video editing player for that process. But right here, it's going through, and it's actually going through the video and clipping out all these sequences that it found from the play-by-play here. So all these clips are in the play-by-play with the right start and stop time. If you're scoring the game live, it'll automatically put the right times in there anytime you hit the thumbs up button when you're scoring. So when this is done, I'll give you a quick overview of what to do if you're doing it live. But I showed you how to do the thumbs up button here when you're scoring. So here you have all the clips that we just made, and I can click on any of these plays here and rewatch them. If I want to trim them, like there was a lot of extra video before that, it's a little bit extra here at the end. So if I click on this clip again, okay, let me click off it and click back. And so I could trim the start here. So wherever I want it to start, like right there. Okay, I just click trim start, and that puts this time in there. And then when I want it to end, I could hit trim end, and now it puts a time in there, right? And so I think the trim end time changed here. Let me just play that one more time. Let me pause it right here and trim end, 11 seconds. So now that I just hit trim clip, and now I just let it go, and it's going to trim that clip for you. So now if I click back on that clip again, okay, now it's going to play just the trim part of the clip. Okay, there it is. It's finished now. Okay, so now that clip is now shortened, so you could trim up these clips after you make them to make them a little bit more polished before you make the video. Now you could change the order here. If I want to move this clip down, I could do that, move it down in the order, move clips up. Okay, if I want to move a clip up. So, you know, you have some basic capabilities here. If you want to make a profile page for this player with how many points they scored in the game and their photo, you can click on that. But if I want to just produce the video here, I could just hit produce video, and what it's going to do is going to ask me, you know, for what I want to call it. I could put it in this guy's folder. Okay, so this is fine. I take that name, and then it's going to make a video here for you. And then if you click on this little link at the bottom here, okay, you could watch that video, and that should take all the clips that we have in this list here and string them all together for one video. And that's how quick it is. It's a very fast system. It'll work in the background as you're scoring, or if the game's over and you've tagged a live game, in just a matter of a few minutes, you could make a game highlight for all players on both teams. Like I was saying, to do that, you would just go into the filter and pick highlights, and you hit all players for both teams there. Okay, and then just hit create clips. This is going to make like 40 something clips, so I'm not going to run it here, but they'll all be in here, and then you just hit, you know, produce video, and you have a quick highlight, you know, minutes after the game is over. Okay, so that's how this feature works here. You could put a logo in if you want to add a logo. It'll go up in the corner here for your organization. PNGs are best. You could put some music in here if you want to have a music playing in the background as well. So that's the highlight processing system. Now, I'm going to score a live game. What you want to do when you're adding the events is use this thumbs up button. Okay, so if I say number 5 made it 3, I'll do thumbs up first, and then I'll hit, you know, where it was, and then 3-point made. Okay, that will tag that play with the highlight code, and then so after the game's over, somebody else even could go in there and make the highlights right from those tags that you made. Okay, if you're working with a training game, when you end the game and you say you want to end the game yes, it's not going to let you post the score for a training game if you're using the dashboard. So you'll get an error message. So just say no to this. Don't post the score. The game will be on your local computer. Okay, so whenever you start another game, if I go in here and I pick a game to score, okay, if it finds one on my computer, it'll say, do you want to load it? I could say yes. So everybody who's using the training site can have their own training games on their own computer, and you're not filling them out with all scored games. So that's just for practice. All right, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.